Hello, good morning. This is Antoine, and I was doing a little reading. I am doing a 365-day Bible devotional with my friend Tony Briscoe, aka Endure, and I came upon part of a text. I'm reading a little ahead. However, I am reading, and I'm in Jeremiah chapter 7, and this is just something that stood out to me, and I just wanted to see if anybody identified. I've been on my personal journey to get back to where I was or enhance my spiritual relationship based on what I agreed to in 1991. So August 25th, that will be 35 years. But it's Jeremiah chapter 7, and of course this is for those who read the Bible, who believe the Bible. So it's definitely, of course, not for people who don't believe, but it definitely has a strong message. And this is what it's saying today. The word came to Jerusalem from the Lord, saying, "Stand in the gate of the Lord's house and proclaim there this word, and say, Hear the word of the Lord, all of you Judea, who enter by these gates to worship the Lord. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, amend your ways and deeds, and I will let you dwell in this place. Do not trust in deceptive words, saying, This is the temple of the Lord, the temple of the Lord, the temple of the Lord. For if you truly amend your ways and your deeds, and if you truly practice justice between a man and his neighbor, if you do not oppress the alien, the orphan, or the widow, and do not shed innocent blood in this place, nor walk after other gods to your own ruin, then I will let you dwell in this place, in the land that I gave to your fathers forever and ever." Okay, so once again, that is Jeremiah chapter 7, and I read verse 1 through 7. So I don't know what sticks out there for you, but for me, a couple of things popped out. I've been reading, doing this 365-day Bible devotional, and of course, taking you from Genesis all the way to Revelation. And I've been doing, of course, the huge chunk in the beginning has been a lot of reading in the Old Testament. And for those of you who are readers or who studiers, you know about the different promises that God has made to the children of Israel, and key figures: Adam, Abraham, and Moses, and Joseph, and prophets, Isaiah, Jeremiah, and accounts of Daniel. And of course today Jeremiah is included in my reading. So a couple of things stood out. And okay, so just kind of setting it up, we know that in this reading that the children of Israel, the Hebrews, are God's chosen people in this dispensation, in this text. And so we know that if you're a reader, studier, you know that they go through different instances of being captive and being enslaved because of disobedience to God's word and his laws. But a couple of things stick out to me because I definitely believe that we should try to apply different lessons that we learn. So what are some of the lessons in today's reading? And one thing that stood out, God said for his specific people in this reading that, I want you to walk by a different set of rules. And this is to his people. So I think throughout the Bible, in Old and New Testament, God calls those who believe in him, who follow him, to walk by a different set of rules. And I wrote a note that says that more than likely will be the exact opposite of what everybody else is doing. So basically, if in this text God is calling his followers, his worshipers, his believers to do something totally different, Now, if you kind of bring that into today's world, we know that people are doing everything, and especially like in this age of making a name for yourself and things like that, and what do you got to do to be more famous or be more powerful? People are doing a lot of stuff, but as believers, God has called us to do something totally different. Oftentimes, the opposite of what the majority is doing, and the opposite of what feels good, and the opposite of what is going to give us recognition through people that are not believing in the same thing. And, just kind of going back to the text. Of course, I lost my place, but I'm getting back there. Okay, Jeremiah chapter 7, and it says, for if you truly amend your ways and your deeds. Now, what does amend do? Amend means change or transform. So, just kind of using context clues, I probably want to say, that God's children and followers at this time were not always doing what they were supposed to do. So he's saying, change your ways and I will let you dwell in this place. Another thing which comes to mind is conditions. That those who follow God, who choose to follow God, the God of the Bible in this text, that God has said, I need you to change your ways or to transform. Now we know that change and transform is not always easy, and once again, it will often cause us to push against what we want to do, what our flesh wants to do, what we naturally want to do. So change and transformation is not easy. It says, going back down to verse 5, for if you truly amend your ways and your deeds, if you truly practice justice between a man and his neighbor. And I think, of course, right here, when it says a man, it's talking about just mankind in general. But it is giving me a glimpse to let me know that in regards to your neighbors, and who are neighbors, those are the people around us, the people who we deal with, that justice should be practiced between our neighbors, meaning that we should not be hurting our neighbors, we should not be defrauding our neighbors, we should not be doing bad things to the people who live in close vicinity to us. That when it is allowable, that we should be working together to have harmony and peace. Also a thing which kind of pushes against a lot of narratives that are around. And it says, if you do not oppress the alien, the orphan, or the widow, and do not shed innocent blood in this place, nor walk after other gods on your own ruin. So basically, who are aliens? We know in this instance it's not talking about people from outer space. It's talking about people from other countries, nationalities, from other kingdoms. We may want to call them people who migrants in this time. So believers do not oppress these type of people, which kind of also pushes against a very conservative view in this country at this point in time. So don't oppress them. The orphan. Who are the orphans? These are people who don't have parents, parentless people, or widows. We know that in this time that women were totally almost dependent on men. And if your husband dies and you did not have children to help take care of you, you were vulnerable. So it's basically saying, do not treat vulnerable people in society bad. What I'm getting out of it. And saying, and not shed innocent blood in this place. That's kind of self-explanatory. Don't be killing people just to be killing people. Don't kill people who have not done anything. Don't kill people who have not broken any laws in the context of this lesson. And finally, nor walk after other gods. We know that the God of the Bible calls his believers to be exclusive to him and not to worship other entities or gods. Now we know, if you're a reader, once again, we know that the children of Israel had this relationship where they were going into captivity and these different people, and they were worshiping other gods, they were making statues, and they were just kind of popping all over the place. But that's kind of what I got out of this reading today. Tell me, can you identify with some of these things? And just leave me some comments. Peace out. Have a great day.